this video, we'll be solving two-step inequalities. So in the inequality, we're going to have to follow the steps. Use inverse operations to get x by itself. Add or subtract first. In order to get rid of the constant. Then multiply or divide. If we are dividing or multiplying by a negative number, always reverse the symbol. So the negative reverses the symbol. That's important to remember. And step 3, we will graph the solution set on the number line. So for instance, I have 3x, means 3 multiplied by x, plus 3 is greater than 9. So that's an inequality. To get to the x, we have 2 steps. First, we will subtract 3 from both sides. When you subtract a number from both sides of the inequality, the symbol remains the same. So bring down the same symbol. Bring down the 3x on the left. 9 minus 3, 6 on the right. 3x is a multiplication. Inverse operation will be division. And we're dividing by a positive number. So you're dividing by 3 on both sides. If you're dividing by a positive number, the symbol remains the same. So keep the symbol because we're dividing by a positive number. X values greater than 2 are on the right side of 2 on the number line. Graphing the solution set, empty circle, point to the right. Let's see another example. In the inequality, negative 2 is multiplied by x plus 4, the constant. We are going to inverse first the minus 4 on both sides using inverse operation. So first we subtract the constant. When you subtract, you always keep the same inequality symbol. Adding and subtracting does not affect the inequality symbol. On the left side, bring down negative 2x. Negative and negative, add the numbers, keep the sign, negative 10. Next step, negative 2x is a multiplication of negative 2 and x. Inverse operation is division, and when you divide, you always have to divide the same number. So divide by negative 2 on both sides. When we divide by a negative, this is important, reverse the inequality symbol. So dividing by a negative, I'll highlight this step right here. Dividing by a negative reverses the inequality symbol. Very important rule. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1x, or x alone, and then 5. X values greater than or equal to 5 are on the right side of 5, such as 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. We shade in the circle because of the equal sign, so we include 5 and more. So to solve, remember to follow the steps. Number 1, remove the constant, add or subtract. Number 2, multiply or divide, and this is when it's important to remember. For multiplying and dividing by positive, we keep the inequality symbol the same, and then we reverse for multiplying and dividing by negative. So the only time when we reverse the symbol is multiplying or dividing by negative number. Then graph the solution set on the number line. So here we have negative 2x. So right away, this term right here tells us that the symbol will be reversed at the end, but not yet. Minus 5 is the constant. So that's what we do first. We need to inverse the operation. So add 5 on both sides. Adding a number always keeps the same inequality symbol. Adding and subtracting symbol is not changing. Bring down negative 2x. 5 minus 5 is 0. And then 7 plus 5 is 12. Negative 2x means multiplication. Inverse operation is division. And when you divide, you always have to divide by the same number the variable is multiplied by. So dividing by negative 2. Dividing by negative 2 on both sides, we reverse the symbol. So dividing by negative reverses the symbol. So this greater than symbol turns into less, and then 12 divided by negative 2 is negative 6. So the solution set needs to be graphed on the less or lower side, left side of negative 6. Division by negative, again, reverses the symbol. Only division by negative or multiplication reverses the symbol. To graph the solution set, numbers less than negative 6 are on the left of negative 6. 5 is the constant and it's positive. Plus 4x, positive 4x, less than negative 3. So first we need to undo or use the inverse operation on the constant minus 5 or subtract. Subtracting the 5 on both sides keeps the same inequality symbol. So just drop it down. Then bring down the 4x positive on the left and negative 8 on the right. Same side, add the numbers, keep the sign. Adding two negatives, combining two negatives is still negative. 4x is multiplication of 4 and x. Positive 4. We divide by positive 4. Dividing by positive is keeping the inequality symbol the same. Negative divided by positive is negative 2. So the final solution set should be graphed. Numbers less than negative 2. So dividing by positive, we keep the symbol the same, then do the division and graph the solution set on the left of negative 2. Empty circle on negative 2, go left. Negative 10 is the constant. Here we have negative 5x, negative 5 and x being multiplied, less than or equal to 5. First, we add 10 to both sides. So constant, inverse operation on the constant to create that zero pair. Add 10 to both sides. Adding does not change the symbol. Keep the same symbol. Bring down left side, which is negative 5x. Bring down right side, 5 plus 10, 15. Negative 5x means a multiplication between negative 5 and x. Inverse operation is division. Divide by negative 5. We always divide the same number the variable is multiplied by. Once you divide by a negative, reverse that symbol. Division by a negative number reverses the inequality symbol. So less than reverses to greater than. Bring down the x, bring down the division. Answer, 15 divided by negative 5 is negative 3. Graphing solutions, we need to circle negative 3 and shade it in, and then go greater to the right. Let's see a few more examples here. Negative 3x minus 2, the constant, is greater than or equal to 4. First, we add the 2. Undo that constant. Add 2 to both sides. Adding the 2 keeps the same symbol, and then bring down the left side, negative 3x. Bring down the right side, 4 plus 2 is 6. Negative 3x means multiplication between negative 3 and x. Inverse operation will be division. What do we divide by? We divide by the same number the variable is multiplied by. In other words, divide by negative 3. Dividing by a negative reverses the symbol. So that is when you stop and think. Dividing by negative, reverse the symbol. Then bring down the x alone. Then bring down negative 2. 6 divided by negative 3, negative 2. So when we graph, we have negative 2 shaded in for equal sign and go left for less. At this time would be a good idea to pause the video and try on your own or follow along with me. 7x minus 1 greater than or equal to negative 50. First, we undo the constant, plus 1 on both sides, or add 1 to both sides. Addition keeps the same inequality symbol. 7x, and then we have negative 49. Negative 50 plus 1, different sign, subtract. Keep the sign of the bigger number. 7x means multiplication of 7 and x. Inverse operation is division. So we divide by 7. Dividing by positive keeps the same inequality symbol. 7 divided by 7 is 1x or x. Negative divided by positive is negative 7. So we graph the solution set where values of x are greater than or equal to negative 7. Solid circle on negative 7. Go right. For greater numbers, grow to the right. $22 is a constant. 5x is positive variable term. Greater than or equal to negative 13. Subtract 22 on both sides. The subtraction always keeps the symbol the same. 5x comes down and it is positive. Then on the right hand side, negative and negative, same sign, add the numbers, keep the sign, negative 35. 5x is a multiplication. Inverse operation is division. So divide by 5, both sides. We're dividing, and we're dividing a positive number. Dividing by positive number keeps the same symbol. But then for the division here, we have negative 7. So the numbers need to be graphed greater than or equal to negative 7. Solid circle on negative 7 and go right. One more final example with the variable on the right hand side. We start solving where the variable is, so that's our focus. Subtract 2 on both sides. When we subtract the 2, the inequality symbol stays the same. Bring down the sides. Negative 6x right below on the right. Negative and negative, add the numbers, keep the sign, negative 48. Right here between the variable and the negative 6 is multiplication. So inverse operation is division. divide by -6. If the variable is multiplied by a negative number, we divide by that exact number. Division by negative, important, reverses the symbol. So right here, greater than has to be reversed to less than. Copy that x alone. And then 48 divided by 6, negative divided by negative is positive. So on the number line, we circle 8, but now it's important. 8 is less than 9. 8 is less than 10. 8 is less than 11. So the right side has to be graphed. The easiest way to graph is to rewrite the inequality with the variable first. Flip that symbol. And then graph. So you can see that numbers greater than 8 are on the right of 8.